Hello, hello, and welcome. So, I did move the other, what I would call a dead BBS or BBBBS pet here. And now, I'm just looking, there we go, for things. Now, there were notes inside of here. There were BBBBS pet, 65 chips removed. They worked in Rusty Pet. Missing some ROM. Second ROM from left produced strange screen on Rusty Pet. Has paperclip ROM. Sticker on side says it is not working. Test further. Not turned on at all yet. Well, there's no reason to turn it on yet. It doesn't have the chips in it. Now, it's always an interesting thing. It is pets. They've got the beautiful thing inside, like the little, like the car hood thing, and that's beautiful. But sometimes you gotta open them up further. That's why. So I'm just over here adjusting this monochrome monitor to hold that open better. Oh yeah. Now, let's see if we can get this here. We have a good light. See, I've got lots of light in here, but yet at times it is hard to see deep inside the pets. All right. Hello. By the way, hi, David Bradley here. Welcome to the pool room. I am your host. Oh, what a journey I have been on. So here we have, well, we've got 4 pets here. One up in flames. And then I've been battling with a keyboard issue. Anyway, in the end, I mean to find out what's going on here. And one of the first things I will do, I'm just testing this auto run. Yes, okay, that's still working. Is I'm going to take the keyboard out of this pet and connect it to another one to see if it is indeed working. Because I've just not had good luck with keyboards. I've been working on one for what seems like forever, but it's not forever. But it seems like it. And I'm pretty sure that what has happened is there is a fault on the board. Okay, I've got to move more stuff here and not break anything. There's a fault on the board. See, the keyboard, it has the keys, obviously, and then they have to touch on a board down below. They do. Okay, let's see how this works. I've got 2, okay, not quite there yet. I've got 2 MPS 801 printers behind this pet, and I want to lean the top on there. How is it? Things seem to be encroaching in on me. Oh no. Just when I think everything is dandy, I look at the, oh God. I look at the keyboard in this pet, It looks fine. It looks dandy. It's the Phillips screwdriver. Every other... Oh, well, now that I look at the one in front of me, I am mistaken. This does not have screws, it has nuts. So now I have to find a nut driver thing. Well, okay, now that I'm here, I am going to, with great care, take my chip puller here that I got a couple of years ago from a fellow named Al Payne at the World of Commodore. Okay, there's a thing here called a BBS ROM. Okay, I've taken it out. Nuts. And I have the other one here. I'm going to take it out. And then I'm going to put this one in. To this pet here, where the sockets are loose. Okay, I'm going to turn this one on. That it did previously come up and say auto run. Oh, look at that. And this one also says auto run. I'm going to hit no. Oh, well, the keyboard isn't plugged in. Oh, God. Oh, the torment. And I just glanced up at this pet, and I see that the keyboard on it is also done with nut driver things. No. Oh, BBS download. Basic 5. Cool. Okay, yeah, we had different boards. We did. Alright, I'm just gonna let that sit there. And then I've got to figure out what to do about the nuts. Yeah, I really can't test this keyboard until I get it out of here. I cannot. I see already, though, it does have one key thing. See, the ultimate thing that I intend to do is get this keyboard out of here. Test it, see how it's doing. I've got to replace the N key, but also, also, I want to take the board off of the back of it, assuming it lines up and the screws are all the same, and test it on the other keyboard. That, where I think the board, where things tap, are not okay. So this auto run pet did auto run. Left it alone for the however long it took, and it's fine. So it looks like the ROM is essentially the same. Although perhaps with slight slight cosmetic differences just in the text of things. Alright, well, obviously the keyboard is not coming out right yet. It's not. I would like to populate the pet over here. I would, and see what's what. Oh, what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. Everything is okay. I cannot use that one as a donor. Now, this one. See, I have another board here. This is actually the one that had the bulletin board stuff, but it wasn't working. Oh, why can't anything be simple? All right, I need to stay the course. I need to find a nut driver. I do. I'm just looking inside of this machine here, the one that has not been plugged in and tested at all, and it is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the chips that I would need to even test it. Now, thankfully, everything is socketed. And the one next door here, which is the one that burned up, but thankfully didn't burn up the board, is also socketed. Nut driver. I know I've got stuff around somewhere. See, these are not things that are generally used in pets. They're not. But they are. They are. While I'm here, I think this is not on. Okay. I'll turn this on. Okay, so any key means that it will not auto boot. So what I'm doing now, because I can, is I'm just verifying on this keyboard that every single key is okay. Because that is important in all this keyboard stuff. There's the shift lock, it works. Does the shift key work? I mean, every keyboard could probably use a little. Yeah, the A key is a little wonky. A little bit of a cleaning. Okay, all the keys work on that. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to open it up. Put down the little arm that would tend to torment me. And then I did turn it off. You know what I might do here? Instead of trying to put things in to this dead machine that never really usually works, I'm going to take a chip out. A second ROM from the left. I'm going to remove the second ROM from the left. I'm going to check the pins. They look okay. Put this in to the socket. Turn it on. Let's see what happens. And it seems to be okay. That is encouraging. All right. So, 2 ROMs out. Now, the fourth ROM here is actually not an EEPROM. It would be an original. Although some machines, early on, some machines did come with EEPROMs and other funny things until they were ready to crank up mass production. So here is another ROM chip. Wow, I can barely even... If I didn't know where it came from, I wouldn't know where it came from, because I don't know if the writing on it is even still really there. Okay, it's in. Oh man, the sockets in this machine are like, the chip is in, but it's literally like floating. Okay, it came up funny. I suspect maybe if I keep my finger on the chip so it stays in, yeah, it comes up okay. Yeah, but it is so loose, so incredibly loose. Okay, well, I'll put this one back in the original machine. I shall. Yeah, these sockets are all squirrely, which means they probably had a lot of chips in and out of them. Let's see if this works. Or put the other one back in. Yep, it's still working, but they're loose. Very, very loose. All right. There's another EEPROM farther forward. This, while I'm here, I might as well give this a go. I might as well. Ooh, this may not go well. At least one of the prongs on the chip feels, well, I guess it's in okay. Feels pretty like it's had a bend or two. What do we got? Auto run. Okay, so that's all right. Process of elimination. So I'll take that back out. Gently, 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 gently. I'll put it back into this other machine. It's funny, that's the sockets in this BBS PET are the white ones, like the originals. It came from Commodore. Oh, I see one. And they are notoriously not great, but they seem pretty tight. They do. All right, I'll put the original chip back in here. Turn this back on. Okay, it's working. Okay. So maybe while I'm here, I will put the ROMs that I have tested in this pit back where they came from, including the BBS Auto Boot ROM. So at least I know where I'm at. And I'll put the originals back into this. Oh. up things ever so gently. The one good thing about some of these ROMs is they are in really good sockets. Like the chip is in a socket and then the socket goes into the socket. How are we doing? Auto run. Okay. We're still okay. Now the paperclip thing does not need to be tested. There's a wayward chip lying here. I don't know what it is. I think I will go for a big chip here. If I can get the chip puller under it. I can. What is this? The 6502. Okay. Now, oh, okay. Now, is this a socket in a socket? I think it is. And I will want to leave it in the socket. There we go. There is the socket in the socket. I think I'm not lined up. There. I'm lined up. I think. Are we in? Okay, the 6502 is in. Is it working? Yes, it is. Okay, that's good. I'm going to take the next chip out. Ooh, this one is not in a socket. I mean, it's socketed, but it doesn't have an extra socket, which is probably fine. It's just, it is, as we would say, really tight, really snug. All right. All right, what is this? This is a 6522 chip. All right. Now, oh yeah. I put the chip puller on the one ROM that is on in a particularly horrible socket, and it kind of jumped a bit. All right, 6522 out. Check the pins. There's a little bend. Just a little bend. Okay. Now there is. See, in this pet, there's an extra wire. It was for the reset. Nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of in my way. A little bit. Okay, I think we're in. Okay. What do we got? Auto run. Okay, so that would seem to be okay. So, oh dear. So the 6522 can come out, and the 6522 can go back in. Lovely. And the 6522 can go back in. Oops. At least I think it can. I would like to think it can. I think it's in okay. Let's turn that on. Are we still coming up and saying auto run? We are. Okay, good. So now, now it's the 6502 out. And the 6502 back in. Okay, we're in. We're in. Almost. Okay, 6502 in. Everybody in. Everybody on. Auto run. Okay, so this doesn't mean there aren't failures, possibly, in some of these chips, because we haven't tested them with everything. I'm just going to try and see what, as I said, there was a wayward chip inside of this BBS pet. What is it? 6520. With a little bit of a bent pin. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, there's usually two of these in such a machine as this. There usually is. But we only have the one here, but we can still test it in this pet. The one that went up in smoke pit. Okay. It looks like the pins are okay. Now from what my notes said, I think this, well, who knows where this came from. This might have been one from the dusty, rusty, crusty pit. Oh, this is really not going in well. Just going to squeeze the pins all together. Just a little wee bit. I'll try and get it all. There we go. All right, let's see. This could be a good chip. It could be a bad chip. And I see nothing on the screen. So I'll take it back out. And assume that it is not good. And then we'll put the original one back inside. Okay, we're in. We're in. Are we auto running? We are. Lovely. Okay. All right. So we're getting there. And I've got to try some more swapping. And of course, this isn't really what I wanted to do. I really wanted to get to this keyboard. But I can't get to the keyboard. Because now I got to find a nut driver. I do. Which I may have in the toolbox. I would like to think I do. I think I probably have one in the car. I mean, I've got lots of tools. Anyway, well, we know now that of the chips that were in this pet, everything is working except the wayward one that was lying around that's dead. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 to replace. And if I were to snag them out of this machine, which maybe I should, and try them and this worked, I could test the keyboard if it worked. Well, I think at this juncture, I might say, okay, let's stop. Let's go look for a nut driver. And we'll see you again soon back here in the pool room. David Bradley here. I'm your host. Just keep on following the mysterious trail. Remember, I just wanted to work on some disk drives. And then the buzzing and the smoke started. And now we have four pets lined up here. And, I suppose another thing I should do is the other board over here, which was the original board from this dead pet. I should check the chips that are in there, the big chips. And that may give me chips to check here. Anyway, all right. That's it for now. I really want to stick to the plan and get this keyboard out of here so I can see what's what. Stick to the plan, indeed, indeed. Stick to the plan, indeed. All right, thanks for coming. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.